I'm going to go ahead and continue with the extended reading. I'm going to look at what is going on for our yang energies in the near future and our yin energies in the near future, as well as what is coming in that the Qi is trying to bring in balance. What's the energy around Qi? I'm also going to, after I pull an oracle card, look at the energies, clarify for the yin and yang, additional animal spirit advice going forward, as well as messages from your soul truth. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I'm using the Denise Linn Sacred Traveler oracle cards. And at the beginning of the last reading, begin now, take your first step. So heading out on a new journey for the by choosing to start something new, you're coming into alignment, right? And that's where our masculine and feminine energies are, needing to try something new, needing to step into their power and get out there and do something, right? It's not just like, oh, I am powerful. It's like, remember who you are, and use that to guide you, to take you forward, to trust yourself. Where do you go from here? So let's have a look, see what we've got from our oracle card. Where we're going with that. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. Okay, it's this card right off the bat. Like, definitely, you got to do something new. There's no more like whatever you knew from the past. Like, the past is useful because it's kind of like a toolbox, like the video games where you collect your little powers, and it's good. I think of it like a toolbox. You put a little, I don't have a lot of tools, but because I keep fixing things, I have a lot of tools now. I never bought a toolbox, but I have like a saw and a hammer, and then, and I guess a few screwdrivers, and then we've got a crowbar, and before you know it, you've got a whole toolbox. That's what our lives are like. We collect things along the way, experiences, knowledge, and really it's for moments like this when we're at crossroads, so we can decide what to do. This is a huge collective crossroads that we're at, so you're not alone in waking up and realizing, like, who am I? Who have I been for all of these lifetimes? What karma have I come to clear? And you can't clear that karma by doing the same old, same old. You've got to expand your horizons. As you can see here on the card, you've got a person like coming out of the Jack in a Box, right? And there's that ocean below, and like, where am I? I'm taking this path down. Expand your horizons. I'm going to go ahead and read that card for you guys. Expand your horizons. See the world around you in new ways. Oh, I love that. I've had those moments in my life where I've totally, like, I've done a few ego deaths a few times. And they're always really like, oh, I can't do it. I can't. And then I do it. And then it's like everything is new again. Like, you've done things before, but you've even done them as the new person. So it really is like being born again. It's really fantastic. This is not a time to think small. It is an exciting time for you. You may find travel or new adventures in your future. Think outside the box. Ideas and projects that you've been contemplating are now moving towards manifestation. Oh, this is wonderful, right? Being able to take that first step and then seeing it grow. Unconventional relationships may flourish, right? Whatever you thought relationships were, that's getting blown apart. Whoever you thought was your type, nope. All that's changing. Whatever you were into, whatever hang-ups or ways in which you did relationship, that's all different now. Take time to nurture your dreams, for big changes are ahead. As the traveler steps out of the woods, the pathway winds up to a high point with vast vistas. The traveler can see in all directions and knows all things are possible. New and wondrous paths are ahead. The traveler can choose any direction to journey. Get ready for the joyous, expansive sojourn. Take deep, full breaths. Each breath affirms that you're in an expansive phase of life. So this is also not about rushing ahead. You're going to expand your horizons. You're going to try new things. You're going to be trying new people or new experiences or new everything. Whatever you thought was like probably your opposite, knowing the universe is trying to balance, I would guess whatever wasn't your type is now your type. That's just what it is. Whatever hang-ups you had about some situation or people or things, I promise you, probably in relationship with those people and situations and things, because that is going to teach you the most. And the reason you had hang-ups in the first place, probably because you were resisting some aspect that they reflect in who you are. So the advice here is that, again, remember, there are no limitations. We can create them, right? 8 of Swords. We can get caught up in our heads and our minds and say, oh, geez, I can't do this thing. I can't do this ego. This is not who I am. This is not like, it's nonsense. It's self-created. It's self-created. And what it creates isn't freedom. It's a damn prison, right? Like, does this look like where you want to be? Nobody wants to be here. Right? Nobody wants to be in some 8 of Swords nonsense kind of place. We want to be out here trusting, having fun. Of course she's going to fall off the cliff, but we don't know what's under her foot. What we do know is Spirit's telling you to go for it. Spirit's bringing in new love. So Spirit doesn't take us where we don't need to go. The universe has got us. It's got a plan. Always trust that plan. The only thing between you and God's plan is you. And that's never a good place, because that means, it's going to be resistance. Resistance is going to invite in all kinds of, you're going to invite the other one in. You know what other one I'm talking about? The devil. Oh, thank goodness the devil's not on the table right now. It's getting kind of tired. The devil was there. I wasn't doing readings on the channel, but the devil was popping up like crazy. Crazy. After that full moon in Leo, it's like the devil was everywhere. Thank goodness we got that new moon in Pisces. I think we cleared that out. That was at 999, 999, 999, the end of the cycle, end of those toxic relationships, needing to balance. I haven't seen the 111s yet, but I'm starting to see the 111. I'm still seeing some cycles closing out, though. So I'm looking forward to when that devil is done. But I think that the point of that, like, I'm just going to say this, like, intuitively, those cycles are closing because we are picking sides and we're choosing. That's why you're coming into your soul's truth. That is why you're expanding your horizons. That's why you're coming out of your little Cracker Jack box down there, being small and stepping into expansiveness and bigness, is because you're being asked and called forth to pick a side. Who are you? No more in the head in the sand. No more not wanting to look at things. No more playing ostrich. It's time to be the raven. Go capture back what you left from behind. Remember who you are. Ego death is here. Okay? What karma did you come to clear? With Judgment Day, this is it. There are no more cycles of clearing karma. No, this is it. Like, what side will you be on? It's time to, if you've been living low, this is it. This is your, this is the final card of the party. This is, I don't know, it's from the other day. I was like looking for justice. Justice is not on the table because this is leveling. This is a leveling. This is like, pick your side, pick your team because the game is going to come on. I told you about Aries and Aries energy coming in. You're going to have your side. Taurus follows, right? North Node in Taurus. Taurus is about values, living your values. But Aries is going to be about needing to negotiate and figure that out. As a sociologist, conflict, some social theorist, Durkheim says, good. Conflict is good because it helps us figure out our values. It helps us know who we are. Now, Aries is going to definitely do that for sure. Definitely sense that. All right, so now is the time to know who you are. Step into it. Shed the old skin. Be like a snake and drop it. Pick up new loves. Pick up new relationships. Bye-bye ego death. But the piece I wanted to say here is to enjoy and savor the journey. It's not a rush. It's not a doing it in that, productivity way, right? You're reinventing yourself. It's a process. Yeah. You don't want to slow down to a snail's pace to where you're not moving. And partly why you would do that is because you decide to kind of freak out and get scared. You want to keep it moving, but you do want to enjoy the process. So you're taking steps, you're moving forward, but you're enjoying, right, where you've been. You're enjoying the process, taking it all in, breathing. And I think part of it isn't just to enjoy, it's also to calm down, right? To settle down and not get overwhelmed with all of the changes. Just take a breath and, this isn't how you thought your life was going to be. And again, it's all up in our minds, right? The raven, our thoughts and our memories. There are ways in which we think about ourselves that we have to, with ego death, have to go through a release of that, a release of certain things, or maybe a little bit of a loss. But really focus on the joy, because that's what Spirit's bringing in. Vast vistas, expand our horizon. All right, where are we going with that? What horizons need to be expanded for our masculine energy, our divine masculine? What vast vistas are we dealing? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no, that's correct. I thought it was reversed. Hangman needing to surrender, right? Surrendering to some kind of new experience here. So we've got for our feminine. What's going on for our feminine? What expansive new horizons are waiting for her? Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Wands, I'm sorry. Needing to unburden, right? So this is interesting because you've had the Tower of Death. You wouldn't think there'd be a whole lot of baggage. Oh, it's baggage. It's baggage. You're still holding on to baggage. I don't know. I just am like, all this got blown up for you and you're holding on. There's some baggage. We'll see what kind of baggage, is behind that. Usually there's pain behind that baggage. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. What is Spirit bringing in there? There's that Page of Wands. I saw that Page of Wands quite a bit. A message coming in. I've got Justice on the bottom. Yeah, still trying to bring things into balance. Like I said, Justice. So, wow, lots of crazy energy on the bottom of the deck. Is pretty interesting here. What Spirit's trying to bring in here. I'm just going to go ahead and show it to you. We've got Justice. All right, bringing in some balance again through the feminine, needing the feminine to get into balance. There's that past life connection, that Six of Cups, clarified by a Tower, right? Oh my gosh, a shock. I'm not who I thought I was. You're like amazing and bigger. And oh my gosh, how am I experiencing this? Through relationships of love, right? This is a Lover's card. New love, coming into destiny, and then followed by the Emperor. So just all that's on the bottom of the deck. That's the message, right? That's the message that Spirit's bringing in. Take that risk, hook up with people you're not used to, embrace relationships that you're not used to. Whatever you think you are, like, go towards what you're not. Go towards that which you resist. Go towards that kind of triggers you, not in like a toxic way, but in some ways it like, that would never, like those kind of people, Those kind of people are lessons for you. Lean into the lessons through love. Try that. Not hate, not anger, not bitterness, but love. Explore what's there, because what's there, what you're resisting, is really a part of you. And we understand and experience that through relationships. And of course, bringing in more loving and masculine, right? Masculine energy by embracing our divine feminines. We heal and bring in healthier relationships with the divine masculine. That was a lot. I'm just going to actually just return. I don't even know what to do with that, but I'll leave this here. It's a lot going on there. All right, so that's the bottom of the deck, which just is loaded. That's what the sort of probably the message behind that. Let's go ahead and clarify what is the divine masculine needing to surrender to or gain a new perspective. We've got the Hangman, right? Some kind of enlightenment coming, some kind of an awakening. And we'll do Judgment, Hangman, Chariot, moving forward, moving towards something. Again, lots of fighting going on for this this yang energy, having to overcome some challenges. We've got that Seven of Swords, overcome past patterns and behaviors around not being maybe authentic or true to oneself. Doing things in a new way is going to cause an upheaval to the status quo, particularly since we are living in a pretty heavily dominated masculine society. When the masculine starts to shift, the whole thing is going to also feel that. And then the Lovers, right? Making choices through love. So surrendering to love, moving towards love, fighting for love. And if you're choosing new love and love in a way that has been taboo, that new love that the universe is bringing in, you're going to rock the world. That's amazing. You're going to do it through love, and you're surrendering to it, right? All right, so what's this? Let's just clarify the Ten of Wands here for our feminine. What are we holding on to there, ladies? What's my goddesses got going on? What's that baggage there? Let's see what's behind that Ten of Wands. The Emperor. That's what the universe is trying to bring in, a balanced Emperor. Queen of Swords. We got some things to say. And the Sun. I don't know. It's like, it's really interesting for the yin energy. Holding on, holding back. Why are you holding back what you feel? Why are you holding back your love? Why are you holding back the truth of how happy this masculine makes you? Why you gotta be so hard? Why you gotta hold it all back? I don't understand this. This is like the block mindset in the present moment. Like, oh my gosh, ego death. Oh my gosh, I'm really in love. Oh my gosh, I'm like this beautiful, wonderful, like goddess being. And then you're masculine, not necessarily male, but whoever embodies your counterpart, or even internally. Like embracing your feminine, stepping into your nurturing, loving, kind heart, and moving towards loving your divine masculine internally, loving your counterpart divine masculine, helping to love the masculine in society. It's like, you're like holding all that back. Probably fear, right? That's what we hold back. All right, let's clarify our Page of Wands. What's behind our Page of Wands? Page of Swords. Tell what we feel. Tell what we feel. The masculine seems to be doing that, racing right ahead, moving ahead towards love. We got the Four of Pentacles. And then, I'm sorry, the Nine of Wands, or Nine of Swords. I can't, the universe is trying to get the truth out there, to bring in this message. Let's go back to the message that was under the deck. That is very important here. There's too much. I got to hold back. I'm too afraid of what the truth is going to do. I'm too afraid to trust. This is a trust problem. This is a trust problem. The yin is not going to trust the yang. Why not? Of course not. Because of years and centuries of nonsense. The divine goddess got to step in. We need the divine goddesses to come forth. They need to open their hearts. They need to trust again. The world needs the divine goddess to come forth with her love to heal, to bring that balance, to bring herself into balance. You know, remember who you are. You are Gaia. You know, those Venus statues of us, you know, like this one here, right? This is, our bodies are like the earth to nurture and care for all. Here's this piece. This is a new piece I got recently. Without attachment. So a high vibration feminine loves without attachment. Not codependent. I need you to love me back. But I love you because that's what I do. I love and give and let go. The feminines give birth and have the babies, and then they release the babies. The babies grow up and leave. I'm talking about loving and then letting go. Letting go. And giving of your love and taking that risk and loving for the moment, even if it doesn't last forever. Because guess what? Nothing does. Nothing in the human life does. In the spiritual realm, always, forever. We're forever bonded with people and places and situations. But in the physical realm, in the 3D realm, 3D being physical versus the 5D being a spiritual. We want to hold on and keep everything next to us as security. And that's low vibration, that's toxic. To learn to give and let go and to trust. It's like, oh, well, I can't give to the masculine because what am I getting in return? That's what's toxic between both energies that goes on. The masculine when they do that to the feminine when they do that to the masculine when they do it themselves, the feminine when they do it themselves. I can't give to myself because it might take away from my productivity or something like that. So this is a little bit of a problem here. So the universe is really trying to get the feminine to remember who she is, to know that she's the goddess, and the goddess is giving. The goddess is giving. You know why she doesn't worry about becoming depleting in the codependent way? Because she's replenished by spirit, replenished by divine light and love, replenished by the chi. The chi is never ending. And when her heart is open, it doesn't matter how much she gives. She gives freely and it flows freely through her because more is coming in. When you hold back, the connection is broken. So yeah, when you do try to give from that blocked heart that's not open, then yeah, you will deplete because you've got nothing else coming in. And then that feeling makes you go and want to hold back more, which is the exact opposite. You need to open up. It's time to open up your hearts. All right, so this is what the universe is trying. It's a message from the universe. Open your heart. Tell how you feel. Don't hold back. The masculine needs to know. The masculine needs their divine goddess. She needs to come forth. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. Open your hearts. Try new things and trust. Tell your truth, because this brings you joy. Being nurturing brings you joy. It's not subordinate. She's not a subordinate. She's the giver of life. She's not weak. She's completely open to receiving and giving and receiving and giving. These bodies were meant to receive and give. Alrighty, let's get some advice from our animal spirits out there. We're going to use the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma. This is the book. Going forward, helping us to expand our horizons, Which animal spirit is aiding us in our journeys, please, here? Okay. Squirrel. We got a bunch of them in the backyard. Squirrels. What's on this card? Oh, interesting. The squirrel is there with a couple of birds. It's interesting. Always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Let's see what this is about. Squirrel. There's squirrel energy. Alrighty, I think I've got that there. You see that? Oh, that's much better. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. I mean, this is really about flow, right? And definitely that feminine energy. Just let it come, let it go. Have fun, open up that heart. The masculine's definitely got that surrendering going on. It's going to stand up and fight. I think the feminine is used to the masculine not showing up, but that's not where we're headed. We're headed with the masculine showing up. Squirrels plan ahead and store for the future and are always prepared. They scurry around in the fall, energetically collecting nuts, chattering enthusiastically, and still make time for play. Squirrels know how to work hard but play hard. While squirrels hide more nuts than they can find, they know that immediate rewards for their actions are not the ultimate goal. They reap what they sow, and sometimes it is lifetimes later when a buried acorn becomes a mighty oak. So the squirrel doesn't even get the nut. This is the whole point of abundance. This is the whole point about letting life flow through you. That's the whole point of unconditional love and loving unattached. Not codependent, but I don't want to say detached, just unattached. Just giving freely of your gift of love. Squirrel people can be highly energized. They dart here and there, doing many things at once, and sometimes forget exactly what they meant to do. When squirrel shows up, it is a reminder to slow down. That again with the vast vistas, slowing down and focus, review your goals, and get back on track. Squirrel's arrival could be telling you to balance your life with play, work, friends, and rest. If squirrel is your totem, know that you will overcome all obstacles with your resourceful nature. So this is part of trust, right? Like, if I trust I'm going to get hurt, if I trust I'm going to be taken advantage, don't think like that. Don't worry about that. Have fun and know that you have enough and you are enough. Be assured that your preparedness and planning creates a life of good karma. You will always have what really matters, which is the wealth of joy, love, home, and abundance. So, it's interesting, like the sort of shadow of this card is, have you become stuck because of hoarding, right? So we could think of the squirrel harvesting and collecting these nuts, but at the same time we could develop a kind of hoarding behavior. Clear clutter and watch our blessing flow. Give, open, let the light, let the energy flow through us. All right, and stay in balance. So that one was great. That was beautiful. So bring in that squirrel energy. So we've got Raven, remember who you are, and Squirrel, right? These are our two animal energies working with us today. Loving both of those. All right, let's close it out with some of this soul truth. What's the truth that your soul wants to tell you? These are the soul truth cards I like here. Self-awareness card deck by Brianne Hubby. Soul truth. All right, Spirit, what is the soul truth that needs to be revealed for today? The soul truth that needs to be revealed for today. How can I be more flexible right now? Okay, so our divine masculine moving forward needs to surrender to the journey, needs to move towards making choices of love and to fight for what they believe in, to fight for their love. The feminine knows who they're in love with and just needs to drop holding that back. So, this advice. What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. I don't make it up. Spirit's telling you. I am just the channel. Literally the channel, and I'm the channel. Today's soul action. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. If you don't do yoga, go stretch, go walk, breathe, open, relax. Because you are expanding your horizons, stepping into your truth, owning your inner divine goddesses or worshiping them, surrendering to the journey of love. Alrighty.